Sisters are giving and I'm reacting to Orphan is visited by mystery beings featuring the royalty family by Dhar Studios. Okay, let's begin.
Steven, are you okay?
They came for me.
Oh, sweetie, we already talked about this. There is no one here. It was a bad dream.
Listen, buddy, it's normal to have nightmares, especially when you're staying in a new home.
It wasn't a nightmare. There's so much more. I'm telling you, they're real.
Okay, Steven, I don't know how was your life at the orphanage, but now you're here. You're safe with us. Okay?
Look, we're gonna protect you from anything that comes, imaginary or otherwise.
It wasn't imaginary. You don't understand how bad this is.
I'm gonna go grab her. I'll be back.
Okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't worry.
Honey, Milan's crying too.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay, stay here.
Mom, what's all that noise? What's going on?
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Go back to sleep. I'm gonna go check on Milan. Go back to sleep.
2 days? This is the 6th set of parents that you've turned down. And the sad reality is that you're getting older now. And the older you get, the less likely to be adopted. It's just a fact. And it's entirely possible that these perfectly nice people that you didn't want to live with may have been your last chance at having a family. Go put your things away in the bunk room. I don't think I need to show you the way now, do I? Go!
Steven? You're back? I hate to see you bouncing around like this. You deserve some stability. You deserve a home.
I want that more than anything in the world. But nobody wants me. Maybe it's just not meant to be. Mrs. Holloway said I'm getting too old to be adopted now anyway.
First of all, Mrs. Holloway shouldn't have said that. And second, it's just not true. You're still a young boy and have plenty of time. I believe the right family is out there for you somewhere.
I highly doubt that.
Hey, even when things seem their darkest, never give up on family.
If that's true, then why did my family give up on me?
Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh, look who it is. The reject.
And we expect you'll be back any day now. Just like always. The reject always finds his way back. That's because no family ever wants to keep him.
Boys, that's enough. I don't want to hear another word out of you.
Melanie, can I sleep in a different bed in a different room?
I'm sorry, Steven. Unfortunately, this is the only bed we have available at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Don't make me come back in here.
Okay, 3 minutes have passed, so I might as well try to find something to talk about. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. So far, I don't know what to say. Like, okay, like, I have some questions. Like, who are the mysterious creatures, and why did he reject the family that he found? Like, these family were perfectly kind to him. Why did he reject them? Like, what is happening? Okay, I'll be honest. I'm trying to say anything so that I at least have something to talk about, considering the fact that I'm almost 4 minutes in. Anyways, let's continue.
Mrs. Holloway?
All right, then. Tomorrow it is. Right.
I need to speak to you about the way that you talk to Steven. I don't think it's beneficial to mention...
Oh, enough! I can't be bothered with Steven anymore. He's a nice boy, but he has some serious emotional issues, and I need to concentrate on the ones that I can help.
Steven can be helped.
I don't need a bunch of fancy degrees like you. to see that Stephen is beyond help. He'll be a lifer in the system. Mark my words.
I don't believe that. Sure, Stephen has some issues, but he's been placed in terrible homes in the past. Who wouldn't have issues after all that he's been through? He has a good heart, and I'm not gonna give up on him. Mark my words on that.
Guys, wake up!
Oh, come on.
There was really someone here. Aliens. They pricked my finger.
Give it a rest, reject.
Boo.
Oh no! Oh, my piece is coming after me! Oh, oh my taco! It's onto me! Help! Ah!
Mrs. Holloway, may I be excused from lunch?
If you don't wish to be treated like a lunatic, then stop acting like one.
Whoa, Stephen, what's wrong?
I'll be honest, like, I think her name was Miss Holloland or something like that. So basically, I think what she is that she's being realistic while at the same time being a little pessimistic. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll be honest, I can see that he's getting older, and yes, the older you are, the less likely you'll get adopted. She wasn't wrong when she said that was a fact. Because why would a family adopt a 16-year-old boy, for example? Why would they? Like, that boy is so old that he might as well start working, you know what I mean? Like, like, I'll be honest, she's realistic, but it's nearing being pessimistic, you know what I mean? She's near that line between the two. Anyway, let's continue.
What is all this about?
The kids were just poking a little fun at Stephen because he had another one of his episodes last night.
Why wasn't I told about this?
I'm not gonna call you in the middle of the night every time a child has a nightmare. He's fine.
Stephen, I want to see if you're okay. Stephen!
Yeah, I'll be honest, when he wasn't there, I honestly expected something else. Basically, I expected him to take his own life. Maybe it's because of past videos where they showed something similar that I expected this, but hey, honestly, him running away makes a lot more sense. Anyway, let's continue.
Stephen! Stephen, wait!
Okay, I'll be honest. This is honestly on Steven for not getting a family until now. Like, I understand some houses can be, some families can be pretty bad. I won't say specifically because I'm afraid I'll say words that YouTube doesn't like, as I don't want to cross the fine line. But like, basically, some families can do horrible stuff, and they said it themselves that some families that he went with were actually terrible. But here's the thing, from what we were shown, the last family wasn't bad. They promised to protect him and all of that. So why would he leave them? Honestly, this is on him. Like, from what we were shown, it's not like the family did anything bad. So why would he leave them? Anyways, let's continue.
Cookies and cream?
Ooh, that's gonna be so yummy.
Stephen, what are you doing? Look, that was unfair what those kids said. And Mrs. Holloway
Okay, so he was actually gonna do it, huh? Anyway, let's continue.
doesn't seem like she wants to help. I want to talk to you about it, okay? But how about you take a step away from the ledge first, okay? It's a lot safer over here.
Other kids have parents that would do anything for them. My parents don't even want me. Nobody wants me, Melanie. The only thing I have is my parents.
Nobody wants you? Like, okay. At this point, you're being pessimistic just for the sake of being pessimistic at this point. Like, okay, I don't know about the other 5 families that he was with, but there's the last family he was with that he rejected, by the way. I think that it's that he himself left them rather than them leaving him. You know what I mean? So, like, because it's not like they had any intention of leaving him. You know what I mean? So, like, if that's the case, then it's honestly on him. Like, you found a good family, and yet you're the one who left. Anyway, let's continue.
Parents. It's this pendant they supposedly left with me when I was a baby. Maybe I should just toss it.
No, don't. Okay, I understand that you're upset, and I know how it feels to be alone in the world, okay? But please.
You don't understand. You'll never understand what it's like being me.
Maybe I don't, but like you, I grew up in the foster care system. And I was scared all the time in my orphanage.
Did you ever find your parents?
No. And I made peace with that, okay? I'm no longer...
Okay, Darman has made this another cliche, which is that for the main protagonist to relate to the side character, they have to have gone through the same thing. Like, I'm being genuine here, like, there are a few times where this honestly helped. But honestly, I kind of hate the fact that for the main character to relate, the side character, or like the other character in general, has to have gone through the exact thing or almost the exact same thing. Like, why? Why not? Like, why not make it normal? Because let's be honest, the probability that she also grew up in the foster care system is, I won't say that low, but still like a little low. Like, the most probability that you'll get is that she's just a normal woman with her original family that decided to work at an orphanage. Like, I'll be honest, I hate this cliche. I really wish Darby can stop it. Anyway, let's continue.
Longer searching.
I don't understand. You told me to never give up on family. That you gave up on finding yours?
Just like you, I got old in the system.
Okay, I have to ask you, personally, what benefit will you get if you were to find your original family? What benefit will you get? What, will they suddenly now accept you into the family? Like, because you don't even know why they put you in the orphanage. Like, if you saw stories, either real stories or fictional stories, you'll know that parents can give up their children in the orphanage for a lot of reasons. Either they're just terrible, or they can't support their children financially, etc., etc. Like, there are a lot of reasons. Like, again, I have to ask you, what benefit will you get if you were to actually find them? Like, you'll barely get anything. If they rejected you when you were a baby, why would they accept you now? Anyways, let's continue.
I thought that I would never find a permanent home. But then I got adopted when I was 14 by a wonderful family. Years later, I met the man that would become my husband. And just last year, we had our first child. I have a family of my own. So you see, don't give up on family. There's a family for you out there somewhere. I know it.
I just hope wherever my parents are, they're happy. And they know that I love them. even though they don't love me.
No, you can't think like that. I mean, especially if they got you this beautiful pendant. Like, look, it looks like it's 1/3 of a whole piece. Which means your mom and dad might have the other pieces, so they can stay connected to you.
You really think they love me?
I don't think. I know. And even if I never found my biological parents, it doesn't mean that you won't.
Again, I'll ask for the millionth time because this is an important question considering the fact that this is one of his main motives. What benefit will you get if you actually found your family? Like, tell me one benefit. One. Like, trust me, if your family wanted you, they would have looked for you. Simple, just look up their child's name in the orphanage dataset or whatever, database or whatever, and they'll find you. But they didn't, which means that they probably don't care. Because remember, guys, he's still in an orphanage. If his parents wanted to, they could easily find him by looking through the orphanage and finding where he is. But like, if they didn't find him until now, it's probably that they don't want him. Like, remember, this is a situation where he's adopted, where it's a lot harder to find him. No, he isn't adopted yet. He's still in the orphanage. Like, they could easily find him if they wanted to. And I might as well stop now before I repeat myself for the third time. Anyway, let's continue.
Whether it's your birth parents or your adoptive parents, it's gonna be okay. But for now, please take my hand and let's step away from the ledge. Okay? We can talk more back at the orphanage. Listen, I will stay by your side till you fall asleep, just to make sure that you're okay. And if you have any more bad dreams, what do you say? Okay, come on, it's gonna be okay. I thought this might be better for tonight. Or would you rather go to your bed with the other kids?
No, I'd rather stay here. I'm just nervous to fall asleep.
Were you having another one of your dreams about being stolen in the middle of the night by those?
Yes, but not exactly.
Okay, well, they actually explain who those mystery beings are exactly because, like, we're already like 3/4 into the video already, so they might as well explain what these things are now.
These are different. They seem more real, and they're happening more often lately. This is the third night in a row that they've come to see me. And they keep running these kind of experiments or tests. But last night, they pricked my finger and it hurt. I actually felt it.
Ouch, that sounds painful. Can I see it?
It must have healed by now. I know this all must sound crazy.
No, don't think that.
I'm beginning to think I'll never get away from them.
I understand how much you've been through and how traumatic these visions or dreams must be for you. But have you ever considered the possibility that the reason that these things always find you?
I don't think that these things themselves are traumatizing. It's more of what results because of them. You know what I mean? Like, the most that they would do if I saw them was scare me, but I wouldn't be traumatized. Like, traumatized is a strong word. But like, who knows? And it's not like I've seen them. Anyway, let's continue.
It's because they only exist in your head?
I used to think they were just nightmares too. But I don't know. Now I think they're real. I used to have these visitations of something. But these tests, or whatever they are, that's new.
Yeah, I should have guessed that. They are his parents, aren't they? I should have guessed.
Stephen.
Who are you?
My name is Toril, and this is my wife, Shauna. We are the king and queen of our planet, and we have traveled millions of light years to find you.
Why?
Because, Stephen, you are the prince of our planet.
Our beloved son.
I know this is a lot to take in, but our planet was engaged in a devastating war for many years. Fearing that something may happen to you, we told our trusted allies to hide you on a planet where our species could blend in.
We were so concerned for your safety, Stephen, that even we didn't know where you were hidden in case we were captured.
The war has been over for some time now. As soon as it was safe, we set out searching for you, sending our guards to every inhabited planet we could find.
We apologize for all the intrusions into your life, but we had to be sure that it was really you.
And now, since we're sure...
Yeah, I'll be honest. These guys subverted my expectations. Like, I myself wasn't ready for this. Anyway, let's continue.
We've come to take you home. Where you belong, son.
Last time we saw you, you were just a baby. We missed you so much.
This can't be true. I don't believe you.
The pendant. Show him the pendant.
We were worried that this might happen, which is why we left you with this.
So, you guys really are my mom and dad?
We're so sorry for everything you've been through, son.
Even though it took us so long, we promise we have always loved you. And even while we were at war, we never gave up on the idea of finding you again.
Even when things seem the darkest, never give up on family.
They've taught you well here.
So, there are other planets with people on them?
Oh, my son. You have no idea what wonders you're about to discover.
Okay, now I'm confused. Will he actually go with them, or will he say, okay, you know what, I'm staying in, you know, this planet and stuff like that? Because honestly, I can't figure it out because basically I find you know, conflicting ideas. Like, I'd expect it to say, hey, you know what, I want to stay here, stuff like that. But if this is true, then basically the life lesson is denied. Because he essentially gave up on his family. Or you know, it's not literally giving up on family, but still. So honestly, I don't know if he'll leave them or not. Anyway, let's continue.
Are you ready to go home?
Yeah.
What's wrong, son?
My friend. What will she think when she wakes up and doesn't see me? Is it okay if I just tell her that?
No, she can't know that we exist. It'll cause too many problems.
Well, I wanted to know I'm okay. I don't want her to stress about me.
I think that I might have an idea.
Steve.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, this is something that I expected due to the life lesson, but this still subverts my expectations, because here's the thing. Most of these stories that include going home with your family or whatever, every time they show the ending where the person stays with the people that they were with before. So I'll be honest. This is the first story where he actually goes back to his family and not stay with whoever he was with. Like, I'll give them points for creativity because I have seen way too many stories that have, it's not exactly similar to this, but you guys know those stories where he's with the adopted family, for example, and then his original family comes in and says, hey, we've been wondering about you, we've been dealing with X thing and X thing, now we want you, and then they say, no, I want to stay with my adopted family instead. Like, this is the first time where he generally just comes back to it with his family. So I'll give them points for creativity because this is the first time ever in this type of story that I've seen the main characters just go back to the original family and stuff like that. Anyway, let's continue.
Stephen. Stephen.
Really, Dhar, man? You decided to put in a video card that we weren't even able to see the pendant? Are you kidding me? You know what? I might as well try to look in the viewer here so that I at least get an idea. Okay, I can't even get an idea. Congratulations. Okay, so I'll be honest. I am honestly surprised that the royalty family is even mentioned here because they've only showed up for like 10 or 20 seconds. But yeah, I'll be honest. I'll give this story points for creativity because of the fact that they actually had him go with his family instead of stay with the woman. Because, like, let's be honest. If you guys ever watch stories, you would know that most of these stories nowadays, story isn't exactly the same as the others, but essentially the same plotline of a person stays with X person, and then his original family comes back, and they're like, "Hey son, we missed you. We sorry we avenged you, or because we had X thing going on and X thing going on, and now we're back." Most of these stories end with the main character picking the adoptive family or stuff like that instead of the original family. So I'm honestly glad that for the first time they actually choose the original family for him to stay with, because like honestly this is the first time I've seen a story like this where he goes with the original family. So I'm honestly really impressed. Like, not even a little impressed, really impressed because they finally chose a really creative route. Okay, so I'll be honest, I'll grade this story as honestly really good. I haven't found any problems with it, and trust me, I found problems with Dharma's other videos, so I know what good is at this point. Okay, so my rating for it is very good. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. On the left is my most recent video, on the right is a video YouTube recommends, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.